Not near mint says he likes my style. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Since the beginning of all comic books, creators have been mistreated. As for better pay, only to be told,
No!
Then, something happened that brought all media together. The internet brings comic fans around the world into one comic community. We support the just pay and recognition of these comic creators' comic fam. Because comics are for everyone. It's 10 p.m. Eastern, live from the United States to Australia. This is the Not Near Mint Show. A weekly YouTube show about comic books.
Welcome to Not Near Mint, everybody. It is episode 122. It is December the 15th, 2021. Only a few more days left of the year. We have two special guests tonight. Their name is Brent Fisher, along with Michele. And the name of the book is A Color of... why can't I pronounce anything quite right tonight? The Color of Always, and let's bring them in now. Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Hello.
There's my face.
What up?
It's New Comic Wednesday. We all have a new Kickstarter out. How has it been to be working on the book, Brent?
It's been great. It's actually named after a poem I wrote many years ago that I thought no one would ever see or read on Tumblr. And I wrote poetry for years and years before I started dabbling in short fiction. And I took the premise of the poem and I said, wouldn't it be great if I could turn it into an actual call to power and have creators come and put their own personal stories together into a compendium of LGBTQIA plus voices. And here we are.
Nice. Very nice. So what is The Color of Always, an LGBTQIA plus love anthology about? Let's throw it over to Michele for, you're one of the writers of the book. Why don't you tell the audience a little bit about it?
All right. Hi, everyone. Michele. I am Brent's second in command, XO, sidekick, I suppose.
Co-creator.
Co-creator type.
My right arm,
being.
though, yes.
One of Brent's arms. They have many. The anthology features 13 stories by 13 different teams of creators. There are in total I think there's 35 people on the book that are members of the LGBTQIA plus community, which is fantastic. It's great to give everyone a platform. Myself and Brent each have also written a story in the book. Really excited to share that with everyone. I guess the overarching theme of the book is just love, whether it be loving yourself, loving someone else, loving your friends, loving your family, loving your community, and just sort of being able to find that path to love, whether or not you have difficulty accepting yourself or accepting your place in the world. I think, love comes in all different forms, but I think this community of people has had their trials in coming to terms with, who they are and who they love. And it's just a great vehicle for all of our teams to tell authentic stories about themselves. And we're just really happy to be a part of it, really happy to be able to unconventionally launch a Kickstarter in the middle of December and hope for the best. I mean, we're doing great so far, so I cannot complain. Feeling really
Absolutely.
good, kind of flying high off the past 36 hours or so, and just really excited. And thank you for having us today.
I'm so glad that you both were able to appear today.
Yeah, me
Yeah.
too.
If I might be allowed to just mention one more thing,
Go right ahead.
Michelle's. I find that with LGBT stories in general, even be into the broader community, is that is there a subcategorization, or there are in subtext even? It's usually something either cliche, which is valid, the coming out story, which is, or they tend to kill queer coded characters in subtext. And all compendulums and books always seem relegated to like this subsection of the bookshelf or the label or wherever they're at. And I wanted to have something more overt. I wanted to exhibit the fact that we are capable of experiencing happiness. And there's different permutations of joy and happiness and love. It's double-edged sword. There's some sad stories in there too, but there's a phrase that I borrow from one of my old stories, which is we're indebted to grief because it gives memory purpose. And I really feel that all the various permutations of love and validity need to be done by a majority queer creation group. And so that's what it is first and foremost. It's evangelisms, evocations, testimonies, preserved forever in ink, and also as an educational tool for others to hopefully learn more about how the many shades of love there are, and that they're valid, and to work towards hopefully normalization and cultural context and compassion and empathy.
And through this, we wind up getting representation out there in the comic book community that is really sorely needed. And luckily in 2021, going into 2022, we're getting a lot more of that out there into the comic book community. And I'm so glad that I could have the both of you on to share this with the audience. Now, some of the people that you wound up getting to work on the book, what was it like receiving some of the pages as they were coming in?
Michele, take it. I think you there's a lot of joy between the two of us, but I think your joy is infectious.
I don't know. I get kind of like, we joke about being like moms to our teams. Like, we are so obsessed with our teams, and everything that they give us it's so beautiful. And every time I see something new, I'll just like laugh, or I'll just be so elated that I just drop everything that I'm doing and just like really look at it. I'm so proud of everything that everyone has done so far, and everything that I see. It's just so beautiful. I can't believe it's a book that I'm working on. I feel so privileged to just be in this position, to be able to work with Brent, like putting this book together and just being a part of this. I feel just so humbled every time I see something gorgeous that these people are creating. And I don't understand how these people don't already have an incredibly wide range and audience of published works, because everything that we see is so fantastic that just the quality of the art, the quality of the storytelling, it even like down to like the lines and the coloring, everything is just, it's so expressive and so beautiful that I can't say enough about how wonderful I think these stories are going to be when they are fully on these pages for everyone to enjoy. And I'm so excited that, we have 272 backers already, and that in like less than 36 hours. This is in a little over a day. We're already reaching that many people, and I'm so excited to be able to provide this platform.
You're over halfway there.
I know.
We were retweeted by Linda Carter, Kelly Thompson, Jimmy Palmiotti, I think Steph Phillips, and that's just to name a few. And some of we were lucky to get. I called in a few favorites and a few other ones, but everyone's behind us. I think it's a positive energy to get it all done. And you, Rob, you actually were on the money. You said representation, and that's true. I had a mandate that a majority of all creators of every team has to be identifying as part of LGBTQIA+, and that includes colorists and letterers. Anybody you bring onto the team, it has to be somebody who identifies as queer in some fashion, and we in the intersectionality too. We were very cognizant, to be perfectly blunt, about representation across a variety of spectrums: sexuality, gender, race, even geography. And we have artists from Russia. We have artists in the UK. We have artists from South America. We have participating artists from the Philippines. These are people who are struggling to give out their own voice in areas where it's even harder than in conventional American discourse. And we really wanted that to be a part of that mission as well. Because when you're supporting this, you're not just supporting this grandiose vision about elevating voices and everything, which is very valid. You're also directly viscerally supporting queer artists. Our first stretch goal is a pay raise. We're not giving away anything else. We're not doing anything else. We're going to pay them $25 more a page straight up.
Yeah, I just saw you post about that on Twitter. That is something that is very, very commendable.
Yeah, so we're just trying our best to be cognizant of that this is a mercantile enterprise, but also with a social mandate attached to it.
Like it really is about these teams of people, and that our decision to make the pay raise the first stretch goal really is, even like almost like an act of good faith. Like these people took a chance on us in our first book as much as, we took a chance on people in their first book. And I think, we hope to like move into, further volumes and other things in the future. And we want to, put our money where our mouth is when it comes to like nothing shows appreciation the way that money shows appreciation. I feel like it's the old like nobody wants your company Christmas party, just give people a bonus and a pay raise. And that's kind of like how I'm looking at it. Like they don't want they're not going to want like a stream party and we send everybody an extra sticker. Thanks for your,
yeah,
thanks for doing this for us. Like paying them that's what shows that we appreciate them. So that's
absolutely
the most important thing to us, is showing that.
So wink, wink, nod, nod out there to all you CEOs and bosses out there. Skip the holiday party. We probably want the money because we have bills to pay and some of us have habits to indulge.
Yeah, everybody we have a private Discord. It's like we have our own little community that's come out of this, which is a completely different story, but it's beautiful in and of itself. And we're all a bunch of nerds with no money, either by circumstance as well as self-imposed. We're all comic fans. We're all illustrated procedural fans, and as well as creators. And I mean, when that happens, magic happens. And it's been wonderful to be a part of it and see everyone blossom. And by the way, this is a full size. I mean, obviously it's color, and I think you guys can appreciate the color. And by the way, we didn't specify color. I think we may have subconsciously injected this level of aesthetic and enthusiasm in the pages you see, which are gorgeous, by calling it the color of always and by its sheer nature. But it's a full-size book because I wanted this to be a portfolio book. Michele hinted at it, but realistically, and if anyone's listening, I hope they take this to heart. Everyone deserves to know how good they are. There's a lot of times where we say, "Oh, this is amazing," and they're like, "Oh, really?" And it's like, no, it really is. People need to understand that what they do has value. And I think that coming from a position where you're considered other in some element of your life, it causes you to challenge that notion. And so I wanted to create a way of people to realize that they're capable of putting something into the world that's beautiful and has value intrinsically by its nature of you making it. Especially when you're in a situation where you're told that you're not worth anything. And if I can get this book in their hands, it'll mean a lot to me.
I'm glad that I could get you both on this program so that way people could wind up getting information on this, because when you're growing up, you might not be able to find out and discover things about yourself that otherwise you would wind up hearing from other people's secondhand sources that don't really know what's going on. Because if there's anything I realized in life, no one knows what they're doing, just keep doing it. But if you find other people that you identify with that could perhaps ease your way into life a little bit easier, a little bit younger, so that way you're not stumbling through it in your 30s and 40s and 50s. You're getting that information out there to the public, and that is something so very necessary.
Yeah, you hit the nail on the head. I'm 40. I came in. I rediscovered myself around the same time I started collecting Captain Marvel stuff. And over the years, I started learning more. I started volunteering, and I realized that, hey, wait a minute, everything that didn't make sense about my entire youth and how unhappy I was and how I didn't fit in anywhere was indicative of elements of my gender identity. And everything is sort of locked into place. You look at things you used to like, you look at things you used to say and do. And I just didn't have the words. I was born in 81, and I think that we're all, in various ages, in this fandom. But I think if you're born anywhere, I mean, subjectively before 1990s, yeah, the 70s, the 80s, like there was no dialogue to be had. My parents loved me and they supported me. They just thought I was quirky. And like I had a bunch of Cat Fancy magazine spread centerfolds on the wall, and all of my heroes were like Eleanor Roosevelt and Amelia Earhart, and I'm this 14-year-old boy supposedly, and it's like you just roll with it, right? And I want to give people, I want to put my little part, and this is my first overture into doing it, but I want to put more out there into the world so people can see all of the spectrums of humanity that's available to them if they wanted to know more.
Now, the both of you
Education
work
is the
in
key.
comic books. So, being that you're working with a comic book, why comic books? I mean, you could do novels, anything else. What makes comic books so appealing to you both?
I've been talking too much, Michele. Go ahead.
Well, Brent, frequently that happens. Oh, a cat.
Yeah.
Hang
That's
on,
Miss
a cat.
Kitty.
Miss Kitty. Meow,
Kitty.
meow.
Oh,
Meow, meow.
Don't see me. Yeah, don't see
Cats
Sorry, I
me.
always
got
derail
I
the
got
show.
distracted.
Oh my
Kitty.
friend.
Just remind
Happens
me
to all
that
of
I
us.
want a cat even more.
Why comics? I love comics. I mean, as somebody who pretty famously buys them and doesn't read them, I sure do love comics. I read comics very little growing up, but what I did read, mainly just Generation X with my sister. My dad used to take us on Wednesdays to pick up our one item on our pull list from the local shop.
I used to read that too.
I mean, I
You
loved
had a
it. It
pull
was
list?
I did it. My
Next
dad thought it was
That's
fun
awesome.
that we have that. So, we ordered our book and went and picked it up when it came out. We would call, on a landline.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah,
phone.
and make sure it came in before we would drive out there. A lady doesn't
Good
reveal
old
her age,
days.
but I've been 28 for a really long time. I like to say.
I
Been
used to
28
say,
for a while.
there should be a store out there called Forever 39 where all they sell is
Oh yeah, I go there.
wine and yoga pants. It's all they sell.
Yoga
my
pants.
gosh.
I like to refer to those types of clothing as daytime pajamas. Not something that you would sleep in, but you'll probably sit around your house in it during the daytime, and you might even leave the house in it. So, daytime pajamas. The preferred clothing of people who have been 28 for a while. I just really love comics. I think the storytelling element of having the illustration along with words that can be almost poetry at the same time as being, dialogue. I went to college and got a bachelor's degree in poetry. So, I mean, so naturally I've worked in retail and sales for a while.
Yeah.
Because, I worked at the mall for a little bit after college because that's what I was qualified for. But things are kind of snapping into place, like working in comics. And I've learned a lot about just selling products in general. So it's sort of been like working in the industry of making things that people will buy. And I think that having that foundation is helping us on the budget and production end of making this book, because it's important, to always have the person that wants to add everything, but it's also important to have the person that says, the budget, please, Brent, please. So
Call
I
it out
think
every
it's
single
sort of
time.
like it works out. So Brent, why comics?
We got Mean Mommy and Nice Mommy.
Yeah, I'm Mean Mommy.
We've been
Please continue.
and we kind of embraced it, and although and it's applicable too, because we've had a few artists come in and be like, hey, I want to do something with this. And I'm like, sure, come on, there's plenty of room. And I go, hey, Michele, do we got room for that? And so, yeah, but we found a happy medium. I couldn't do this without Michele. She says that she's, wants to make sure she maintains my vision and everything. And I appreciate that. And I know we have a shared goal, but she saw what I saw in this project and she really wanted to make it happen for me. And I'd say the soul and the essence of the book is me, but she put the bones in to make sure it all worked out. So I think we're gonna, if this actually takes off, we're gonna be doing more, hopefully. But this is our test. This is our dipping our toes in the pool.
I'm reading the good cop, bad cop mommy comment, and I'm laughing because I made a joke once in the Discord that was like broke, good cop, bad cop, woke, nice mommy, mean mommy.
Yeah.
That's where that kind of came from. So that's on the nose.
People, the kids, I guess, our teams,
yeah.
Our kids,
many children.
they seem to like us, so they keep us around. And we said everyone's had a blast, and being able to give a home. I hesitate to use the word safe space because I think it's overused and also kind of problematic. But we made a safe space out of that Discord, our little community, where everybody can just be themselves. And it's hard to do that because what happens is usually when you do something nowadays, you make a chat room. Oh, it's just, it's everybody. And then like somebody adds somebody and somebody adds somebody, but we have a closed ecosystem. All the people working on the project can be in this. And so it's worked and it's wondrous and it's been really nice. Yeah.
And I think also we try to approach this project with an extreme amount of transparency. Like anything that we are working on, anything that we're budgeting, things that we're creating and making, like things we're implementing for the project, we tell everyone involved. Like we tell our teams what we're doing, what we've been up to, and we try to like be very transparent about, our costs and if they're interested in that, we will tell them about it. And I think, again, it builds like a trusting relationship between like us as publisher, them as writers and illustrators, and I'm proud of that transparent environment that we've created because again, it's we care about you, we're going to pay you more, let me actually do the thing I said I was going to do. Like we want to build that trust, we want people to want to work with us. So this is we're truly sincere about all the things that we say, and I understand it's difficult out there working in comics to trust the people that you're working for. It's difficult to trust that people are who they say they are and they're going to do what they say they're going to do. And especially for marginalized creators that just get burned over and over. It's important to us that we provide that honest atmosphere for the people on our team so that they can feel at ease, at least with our project.
Especially over the course of the year when we're hearing about certain other publishers and just retaining their book and then you just don't hear back from them again.
Yeah, and again, this is where that dials into that whole, and I don't want to get into like particulars, but like LGBT and LGBTQIA plus stories and creators, and I see a lot of, that's going to be in our gay label, or that's going to be on our whatever label. And I mean, this idea generation of it being like a subcategorization, like it needs to be put into a nice white picket fence genre. And it's great on a bookshelf in a bookstore, but LGBT is not an asterisk next to creator. It's you just happens to be, and so this is it's like any kind of story. You either engaged by it or you're not, and if you're not, that's fine. But like, it doesn't need to be curated in the sense that it has to be separate. And I really wanted to package this like it was part of something. Like this is just happens to be this, and it's not like it's this but this. Yeah. So I wanted to be something direct and forward facing. Unapologetic, I guess. In that
Always be unapologetic. Always better to be bold and have people get angry than something that people just don't care about.
Well, I mean, that's the way one should be towards human behavior. It's what the fuck.
Absolutely. did you want to talk about any of the nuts and bolts stuff? I didn't want to like detract. This is philosophical stuff is phenomenal, but if you wanted to talk artists or anything as well, I didn't want to like detract from that or dominate your guys' conversation talking points.
No, we're here to talk about your book and make sure that the people are aware of it and where to find it. And we're putting it out there with down here. Okay. You can make sure to hit his website. Let's see their website. Where is that? There we go. BrentFisher.net. And they can wind up going to the Kickstarter on there to go and order it. Yes?
Yep. And I know pronouns are weird with a non-binary sense as well, especially I know there's no face to they them, but the beard's for my wife, and I know it can be a little hard, difficult to get used to, so it's just one of those things. But it's a completely different story coming out to my wife about it, but we are good on that as well. And it's part of my journey of writing this book. Actually, I'm going to be talking about her in the foreword a little bit as well, since you can't talk about a book about love, I think, without addressing, those kind of relationships and how they got you where you are now. But in terms of the book, I really wanted to highlight a little bit of the tiers, because I know there's comic people who like the story, and there's the comic people who don't read it and like the art on the front, right? And I happen to dabble. I'm a bit of a cover jerk. I got, that's pretty. I'll just have that because I don't read the inside, but I want that cover. And we got like 5 artists for prints, and I think y'all would be really excited for that. Like I know Skylar Patridge, good friend of mine, did one of the prints from Resonant for Vault Comics. Val Halverson is from Finger Guns for Vault.
I love Finger Guns, by the way.
But I'm glad. Hopefully, Justin's can hear this later. One of my executive editorial team is myself, Michele, Fellhound of Commander Rao fame with Scout Comics, and Justin, writer of Finger Guns.
Yeah, I was gonna say you didn't mention Canada earlier when we were talking about how far our reach is, and like Mel is from Canada, and I found that to be just like a little wrong that you.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Left Canada out.
Yeah, T-Town. You can't talk comics without acknowledging Toronto. It's like wrestling, right? If you exclude Canada, you lost like half of it. So it's a joke for the wrestling people in the group, I guess. But no, yeah. Fellhound is from Toronto, and Justin. I don't know where's Justin from, but
somewhere in the Pacific Northwest is what.
Yeah, vaguely.
What Justin's
Pacific
bio
Northwest
says, because Justin didn't submit a bio, so I wrote one for them, and it's great. So if you have a second at some point, just scroll down on the Kickstarter and read what is now Justin's official biography.
Yeah, you can pick out of it. I wouldn't want to spoil it. But Philip Sevy and the print, and I think Adam Ferris just hopped on last second, which is one of the ones I got in trouble for. And
I wouldn't say that you got in trouble.
Okay.
But how many times can we finalize a budget spreadsheet before I cry?
Yeah. But Adam Ferris is known for, I think, The Good Fight recently. He was executive creative director for that.
I'm so excited about Adam's print, though. So I'm
so good.
Fully on board. And happy.
And then Fell did one too.
Yes.
But I think that's everybody, right? Is that
5.
Okay. And we got some stickers, big pronoun stickers, and also big explosion stickers with all the pride colors. And we, I don't know if you're familiar with Michi, aka Requiem Puli on Twitter, but Michi is a great artist from New York that did our Baba Yaga. Michi did our journal. It's an open journal, no lines, so you can use it as a sketchbook as well. And and of course, my cover is on the various highest tier. You can get a high-end print, only 15 numbered, of the cover, which I hired the artist Elisa Romboli, who is known for a thing called Truth recently on Image, and also I believe Alison Leatherland for Black Mask. And Elisa did, yeah, and
I love the title.
When I name drop that one, I get either that's a cool title or I already know about it and that's my kink. So like. But it's really good though, and Elisa's amazing, and she's been so supportive, and she's actually doing a 2-page intro story as well based on my original poem. But just art coming out of her ears and talent coming out of her ears. Oh, and Sarah Allen Reed wonderful artists that are going to be doing 3 oversized jumbo bookmarks that are tarot cards.
I saw those look pretty cool.
Very.
Really excited for them.
We're coming up to the half hour. We want to give you all the last word. Where can people find the both of you? Do you have any appearances coming up at conventions or any appearances at shops locally?
One day.
We have some goals out in the future for convention appearances. Obviously, we are paying a lot of attention to safety situations and just kind of going to see moving into 2022 what's happening, and obviously in the interest of keeping everyone as safe as possible, current plans. Also, we're only on day 2 of the Kickstarter, and it seems a little crazy with where we are at already, but we're hoping that we fund well and can use that, hopefully a little bit of extra scratch to like be able to do some signings and buy extra books and do future projects. But we're so early on in it that we can't really
get you some robot arms that I know you wanted. Who doesn't want a set of robot arms? They're practical.
I need that.
About cybernetics for my whole life,
Yeah,
need some robot arms.
It'll change your social status. You'll probably.
I just want a clone of me to go to work.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Yeah, I'll take that too, actually.
Same.
I came off of a vacation. This was in my in-laws last week, and I got back to work, and that was a whole lot. I'm still catching
the
up.
clone would kill us.
Oh, the clone probably, what the hell are you doing? I think I can do better than this.
But you can find the book at colorofalways.com.
Yeah.
It's a quick link to our Kickstarter. I'm Cereal Pancake on Twitter. Breakfast foods are awesome. Brent is Carol Collector because they think that Carol Danvers is awesome.
And speaking of which, before you leave, Brent,
I'll give you
before
everything.
the show began, we were talking, and so I know you from Twitter, and I know you before the comic book as being a huge Carol Danvers fan.
Yeah.
People like my background, but then I saw your background, and I didn't realize I needed a background like that until I saw it today. So would you mind showing the audience?
Yeah, and if you want me to pluck something from there, it's all 3M tape. I have it. I can hot swap slabs, but it's there's my Carol Jess shipping corner. But anyway, that is starting in 1968 with Marvel superheroes. It's every key moment in Carol's life from 68 to, I could say, with a few fun ones thrown in to modern day. I got first Mystique.
I love that Miss Marvel issue 1.
Oh, you like that? It's signed by Sinnott and Conway, pretty much everybody. And those are Roy Thomas. Roy Thomas first Carol, Roy Thomas second Carol, Roy Thomas. Carol got her powers when the Psych Magnetron explodes.
Issue 19.
And, yep, that's all that's up there. And first Mystique, first Spider-Man team up, second Spider-Man team up. And also, because of Claremont, of course, her stint with the X-Men's that entire second row. So it's X-Men 150 signed by Claremont and Rubenstein. And then,
I don't see any Monica events, and I'm kind of hurt.
Oh, okay. Hold on 1 sec. One sec. I just got this back.
Ask and you shall receive.
I told you to check.
Baby.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so
I love it.
Ace, you're going to need to look away from the screen real quick.
All right.
Warning, 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 warning. Banger alert, banger alert. Holy fucking shit. Look at that fucking book. Oh my fucking God. Look at that fucking book. Oh my God. Look at that book. Look at that book. Jesus. Oh my God.
I like turtles.
Oh, shit.
I fucking love it.
Yeah, but I didn't think it was going to come back as this. I found it in a bookshop in Yellow Springs, Ohio.
9.8.
Wow.
Yeah.
And it's signed by
Junior. Yeah, Ramita Jr.
So, yeah, was not expecting that. But yeah, it's a new edition. I just got my on the opposite end of the spectrum of value. I also have, well, that's debatable now that it's signed, but I have my Perez signing came back for First Warbird. Who will be the next event? Who will be the Avengers? With like that free poster inside, and I got that. Yeah.
Oh, that's what issues at 2. Who will be in the next Avenger, like 212 or 2?
Yeah, no, I'll just grab it for you real quick. It'll take like 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I got such shit for posting this online because people went,
Wait, why?
yeah, this is the
Here you go.
costume. Yeah, this is the name change
Oh,
into
yeah.
Photon, but I got such shit for posting that online earlier this week.
Oh no, that.
Ooh, really?
That's the First Warbird when, and also it's when Tony
Oh.
caught her drinking for the first time too. That whole
I need that.
Oh,
What
yeah.
issue is that? I need to get that.
that is God. It's really a rat's nest if you look at it because it's Avengers # Volume 3 # 4. So it's issue 4 of like the 3rd reboot or something like that, and it's
Yeah,
volume.
I've never seen
1998. And
Avengers Volume 3, Issue 4. That's what I'm going to be looking at.
I have been chasing this dragon for like 5 years. There's a million of these kicking around. I even have one in German.
No,
But like I could not find a 9.8. I could not find a 9.8, and like because they're in dollar bins, they're languishing in dollar bins, or someone's read them. So like you just can't do it. So I've actually been chasing this for a while. And here's another one just for you guys. Only one more.
Oh yes.
I love that. I have that too.
So it's
Shooter.
I have
Golden, Shooter, Claremont, and
Dang, no
Mr. Lee.
way.
Man, the man.
Stop.
so. But yeah,
That
because
is
it's
amazing.
Carol and Jess, man, I have to. So, but yeah, there you go. There's some
That was
swagger for you.
gorgeous.
What up, Steven Spock?
So we're
Welcome
coming up to the
down.
next segment in our show. We call it comic book therapy. I don't know if you all are busy. You're comic artists, writers, creators. We know that you're all busy, but we're going to be showing some new comics. I don't know if you all read books from week to week, but you're more than welcome to stay. Otherwise, just let us know.
Have a good night.
Pretty much.
I can get my here. Yeah, no problem at all. If you want, I'll hang out just to show you my poll too. We can talk polls.
Yes.
Do you have a pull list? Michelle, you have a pull list?
I do.
She does.
I picked this up to show you too.
Please, yes, please show them.
Oh, my Lord.
Signed by
Oh my
Willow
God, I
Wilson.
want it.
I'm
Oh,
getting
that's
weird
fine.
glare, but
It's
first-
all good.
Yeah.
first print, volume 1,
Love it.
Yeah,
the
it's
good
gorgeous.
Miss Marvel.
I want
Amazing.
every print.
The best one. I met
The better Ms. Marvel.
the better
for-
Miss Marvel. I met Willow Wilson in a tiny bookshop in Brooklyn when she was
No
doing a
way,
signing
that's
for one of her novels.
Crazy.
Is the
And I
bangle
just like
hard to
pulled
get?
this out of my backpack and like out of like a
You
folder.
just
in
carrying
my
that
backpack.
around?
Yeah, and she was so excited to just see like I think a person who's not somebody who's like a collector that's going to resell, and I was just so excited to be there. And I just had one book and I was like, just this one. I'm really excited. Thank you so much. And it was just beautiful. So I just wanted
Yeah.
to share that with you. This is my favorite book
Thank
that I
you.
have.
I could see
No.
that.
That's awesome.
So
Unfortunately, it's not nearby, but she has the most gorgeous Bengal commission of Ms. Marvel as well.
I do. I
And-
just got it from France. She arrived
Oh,
a couple
wow.
days ago.
Nice.
It's downstairs though. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
All good.
I have to mention it though because it's awesome.
It's on my Twitter. If you guys want to look at it, I tweeted it a couple days ago.
Oh, I'm definitely going to look for that. Okay, so
Yeah.
here we
Yeah,
go.
should be a
Go ahead.
Comic
picture.
book therapy. So, what exactly is the problem? Tell Dr. Wurst. It's Swole Black Cat. I see her in my dreams. It is okay. Swole Black Cat cannot hurt you. But what if I want her to hurt me? What? What?
I fucking love it. I love it.
All right, so who wants to go first? Did everybody pick up books this week?
I'll pick it up tomorrow.
Lady,
Yeah.
would you like to go first?
I think we should let our guests go first.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
up to them.
If you guys like, it's up to
Brent, you
I-
were the
I-
first to offer the fact that you have a pull list.
yeah. I in fact might mention my shop as well. I'd like to give. I mean, I go to Crazy Comics.
Shout outs all day.
Crazy Comics in Gahanna, Ohio. Phenomenal owner Alan and Nia. They were married by Stan Lee,
Aw.
He basically
That
said,
is
"You two should do a shop
awesome.
together," and they did. So
It's adorable.
That is a great story.
That's love.
I was traveling to Missouri to see my in-laws, so I missed a week. So it's going to be last week and this week, and I'm not sure what the delineation is, but I'll go through them really quick. I got my Excalibur,
Mm-hmm.
and which I love. I'm by like two. They're local to me, so not only they're friends, but I got to rep the home team. Witchblood.
I love Witchblood.
Yeah, it's phenomenal. Lisa is a powerhouse, and I love Matt's story, but like I'll be honest, I love Lisa's art so very much. And I also got a copy of that werewolf story she did, the young adult graphic novel, and she's just great. Cover version. I like getting the sketch covers for certain things. I have people I want to really give it to. So this is the sketch cover for Buffy, the Last Vampire Slayer, which is kind of like an alternate universe where Buffy failed, and she's literally older now, and is kind of like
Lady Buffy.
kind of a Sarah Connor thing going on. Anyway, I love the motif, and I'm going to read it, but I want to get this done by maybe Skylar or something. It'd be really cool.
I just love the fact that Ace told me earlier today that it's safe to read Buffy again. I actually like it. I'm like, oh, good, because I remember you saying there was some middling stories.
Well, it's a creator problem a little bit too. I'm not the biggest supporter, but like I got to kind of stand the hot old kick-ass woman motif. It's just my thing, and for what it's worth.
Same though, same.
Yeah. A Thing Called Truth. I have to rep my cover artist. So this is A Thing Called Truth #2, wraparound cover, I think, and it's really cool actually. But yeah,
Dang, I love a wraparound cover. That's great.
they're kicking ass with this thing. I swear, they're a dynamo team. I forget the name escapes me because I'm talking about Lisa so much, but they're doing multiple stories together. Finally got my hands on the Infinity Score for Black Cat. I was not even remotely a Black Cat fan until about 2 years ago now when McKay took over. Holy shit! He's so good. Like it's ridiculous.
Yeah, he is.
And as a
glad.
writer, I'm jealous too.
I'm so mad I dropped that. I dropped that to the first annual.
I was getting it when I'm starting to see the White Tiger division starting to become something like, okay, I guess maybe I should go pick up some of these back issues. Got to reading it, and it was really good. Jed McKay is trying to craft some new event in the Marvel Universe, and all this Infinity stuff is it.
Yeah, and he's so emotionally authentic. He somehow balances out this sort of irreverent humor with just raw emotional authenticity that just blows my socks off. That's one of the few times where I mean, how can I be jealous of someone more, who's just obviously earned it, but like I want to be at his level. And what's Devil's Reign?
Yep.
Oh, it's Jed McKay, to answer whoever's question it was.
Yeah, Jed
did
McKay,
some-
Michael. But shit, yes, Devil's Reign was
need to read
amazing.
that.
I'm loving where they're going with this, and I'm okay if we wind up keeping Elektra as a Daredevil, as long as we have both Daredevils.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. I think she's a cool Daredevil, but I think that's a reasonable request. Consider Daredevil's a very synchronistic character, so I respect the Daredevil fans out there who want to do their thing. As long as we don't get into this whole Wolverine thing, like Laura's Wolverine, okay? I'm not saying that Logan's not, but let's Sleeping Dogs lie. But Peach Momoko. Thank you, my brain fart.
Also, Princess Mononoke.
Yes, but Peach Momoko covers are just no. And I know that we kind of went through a weird speculation phase with her, but I'm glad it's kind of evening out with the Marvel deal, so I can actually collect her without mortgaging my house a little bit. And crossover, a little divisive depending on how you fall on the plot lines and everything, but I've been hooked on this since the beginning, and I really want to see it through.
Yeah,
It's
great.
good. I'm wondering if it's going to go only 12 issues or if it's going to go beyond that.
Tough call. I really hope they don't jump the shark and try to do a victory lap. I think that would cheapen the experience.
Yeah,
But we'll see how they do. And from day one, Silver Coin fan.
Okay.
just again, yeah. And I mean, of course, because of Captain Marvel, I'm a fan of a lot of the creators. So Kelly Thompson did an issue of Silver Coin, so I had to kick in from there, and then I just kept getting them, and everyone's done a phenomenal job, and the variant covers have been amazing. The fact this is, and I know it's not like a secret or anything, but I don't think a lot of conventional comic buyers are really anthology people all the time. It's very much an internal thing, I feel a little bit. And like, this is an anthology on the sly. This is like, if you bought all of these, you bought an anthology. and I just think that it's just phenomenal how they've done it. And this is the ROM issue, so I can't wait to tear into it. That's all.
Yeah, you usually have to tell me, otherwise it's going to be like being on Whack Comics where I go, okay, breaking news.
Sorry, my bad.
Yeah, we're not going to leave anybody with that. Michele, did you pick up books this week?
I haven't gone to my comic shop. I've been working on the Kickstarter this week, and I received Wonder Woman Historia issue 1, a copy for myself and Brent, signed.
It's so good.
Signed by Kelly Sue, because Brent, I think, likes some of Kelly's work, possibly. There might be like a character or two that Brent enjoys that Kelly has written. So I picked up a couple of those.
Also, the variant cover's gorgeous.
I go to, just to shout out my shop, Little Shop of Comics in Scotch Plains, New Jersey. My favorite people on the planet. I love them so much. I order a bunch of crap, and I always go pick it up eventually, and they order everything I want, and I'm obsessed with them. Find a good shop and love your good shop, and they'll love you right back. That's, I guess, what I'll say. I have not gone this week. I'm hoping to go. I'll probably go on Friday. It is what it is.
As long as we pick up our stacks every week, or eventually, just as long as you do it at all, that's what matters.
I absolutely always make it eventually, and we're good buds, so they know I'm coming.
Yeah, I had to tell my shop the same thing. I'd be like, I'm sorry, it's been 3 weeks.
Yeah. I always make it there eventually, and they put things in there that they think I'll like, and they make great recommendations for me, and I love them so much, so I can't, it's like having friends.
My shop, if I don't wind up showing up, go ahead.
They become part of your family. Like the shop dudes.
Everybody knows your name.
It's true.
I like them and I care about them and shit.
I love that show, girl.
I always joke that, like, when I'm going out of town or if I'm going to be away for a while,
gotta let them know.
I always tell my mom and my comic book shop, like, and that's pretty much it. They'll worry about me if I don't come around, so I gotta let them know if I'm not coming in, because they'll wonder what's up.
I cheat. I work across the street from my comic book shop.
Oh, you love it.
I'm like right around the corner, so I'm already knowing. I bike past them every day.
Yeah, mine is half an hour away, and if I don't show up right when it opens, which keeps getting later and later, I wind up getting a call going, "You weren't in an accident, were you?"
Yeah, right? Are you
no,
okay?
I'm on the way.
I get the same, and I love them for it. I love my shop, so, and just, I haven't been this week. I have no idea what's in my pull box waiting for me. Who can say?
A shit ton.
Probably.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it depends. I'm excited to see, so looking forward to it. Maybe I have that new Buffy. It's possible that's in there.
That's going to be in my read in the next day or so.
Yep.
So who wants to go next? Lady, Ace, or Kirk?
I can go.
Oh, you want to go? And welcome back to the show, Ace.
And what do you need?
Probably a good fuck.
Not anymore. I came out as asexual.
Woo-hoo! I'm going to have to change that graphic now. It's been a while.
So, Buffy, last time it was on, I almost dropped it. Because it hasn't been good since the new writer came on. And this isn't good. It's tolerable. Oh. It's tolerable. But fantastic, amazing, incredible, show-stopping. Never been whatever the fuck Gaga says. Great. Love this. Let's see. Oops. I got this.
Oh, nice.
And it came with a little certificate in the back.
Oh no, Ace.
What?
You're gonna need to close your eyes again.
No!
Warning, 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 warning. Banger alert, banger alert. Oh, look at the little kitty. And he's playing with the tiny little chick. Wait, you're here for comic books, you dumb asshole! It puts the lotion in the basket. It puts the lotion in the basket.
I hate you so much. But what I don't hate is another Sandman thing that was signed and has a certificate.
Oh, man.
They're like $25 for the set.
So worth it.
Great. That's so worth it, yeah.
And then the last thing is the best thing I read in a while, and that is Wonder Woman Historia.
I
And
still got to
love it.
read that. Everyone's telling me
my
it's
God.
great.
Okay.
Mine's over there. I forgot about that one.
This alone deserves every single award in the universe, and I will fight to the death for that.
Lordy,
It's
look
like-
at that.
I read it digitally first, and like if you zoom in on every single one, there is still a ridiculous amount of detail in it. It's amazing. And that's all I have to show because I already put everything away and I didn't want to pull it out.
Understood. So, lady, would you like to go next?
Yeah, okay. So my new pickups were The Thing #2. This is a Eastman variant, and so I had to get it because I rarely find Eastman doing covers for Marvel. This is fine. Strange Academy 14. Knock cover.
Hey, lady,
Oh,
maybe
yeah.
you can confirm this for me. They didn't release an Art Adams for this, did they?
I don't think they did. I don't know if he's doing them or not. I don't know anymore. Cloaked.
Ooh.
I don't know if this was this week or last week.
No, that was this week.
Okay, cool. This was definitely like last week or the week before, but they had the Peach Momoko, and the only reason I got it was because it's like a little Prince homage.
Aw.
It's the Hulk #1.
Oh, that's so lovely.
Have you read it yet? I've been curious about it.
It's so. I mean, it's not that great. And then I picked up the Hulk
It's-
#2, which I have not read.
It's Bruce Banner is the bad guy.
Okay, I've heard very divisive commentary about it, both good and bad. So I was curious.
We need to give it a little bit more time, I think.
And then these are the back issues, so those are the only like new ones. They had this for like $3, and I saw it starting to heat up a little bit. But it's just an Echo cover, basically.
Oh, it's gorgeous.
Specifically,
Yeah, David Mack. I love David Mack stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Comic Cat 84 made a really like funny but true comment, and he was just talking about the new Hawkeye show, and he was just like, "Is it me or is just like I really want to slap Echo in the face with a white handprint? Can we just do it already?" He's like, make it feel more like legit instead of her being like a trashy gangster. Okay. Long shot #2. Speaking of Art Adams.
Yes.
You're now further in than I am.
Boom.
I can never find the rest of that series.
That's gorgeous. And it looks like it's in excellent shape, too.
Yeah.
And First Mojo, bitches.
Oh.
Dude, I only need one more and I'll have this whole run.
Nice.
I just
Yeah,
need
that's
issue I just need issue 4 now. and I've got it because I have 1, 5, and 6.
I
So,
need
yeah.
2 through 6.
Huh?
I need 2 through 6.
I start somewhere, bro.
Yeah.
Dude,
Got the
this
one.
thing, I'd never heard of it, but I looked at the creators under here. This is called the Meta Barons.
Oh.
Look at the names on here. Jodorowsky,
Nope.
Jimenez, Moebius.
Wow.
This thing is fucking beautiful inside. Obviously.
You're
Those are
beautiful
big
inside.
Aw.
No, I'm mean. But like, dude,
Looks slick.
it's by Humanoid Publishing Comics. This came
Is that
out in
new?
2000.
Oh, no, it's not. Okay. Humanoid. I know something similar to that, but it must not be that then. Okay.
Yeah, but
Phil
these are like
Jimenez.
titans in the industry.
Yeah,
I don't know
that's-
any of them.
Ooh, you will. You will. Look them up. You'll get into it. It's a rabbit hole.
Mad Balls 1.
I'm back into the 80s.
Bro, you don't know how much I love these little stupid ass. Then, bro, got a Frazetta on the cheap. Viking Heroes #1.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Frazetta 88. Boom. So, yeah.
Looks good, too.
Genesis West Comics. Never heard of him, but I've heard of this guy.
Yeah.
That's
I
all that
just
matters.
I
Yeah.
love like labels that just like are out there, like from the 90s and 80s.
Finally, this little pamphlet from the early 70s. Making your own future. Situation. What? Well, my friends, if you turn on the inside, you'll see that it's Will Eisner art.
Oh,
Wow.
Yup.
man, that man really made his way around.
Yeah.
This is probably the only kind of Eisner art I'll afford is, like a PSA about what the fuck to do with your future, but I'll take it, man.
Fair.
Hey, it counts. That's
Yeah.
cool. And it looks
And so-
amazing.
That's my chunk.
Yeah, that's Lady Fantastic.
Hey, lady!
Yeah.
lady.
I love
Lady.
it. I fucking love it.
Yeah.
So that leaves one more person aside from myself. Kirk, are you ready to go?
Did not pick up books because I was picking up this today.
Yeah, this was pretty interesting.
Oh, got a new bike.
Nice.
Congratulations.
Love.
So my priorities were on, biking because I do Uber Eats on my bike, so
Oh, cool.
I needed that.
That's a good priority.
Yeah.
When you
I'm
have
getting
Comic
books tomorrow.
Tom, when Comic Tom says make sure to geek responsibly, you have done that quite admirably, sir.
Rob, did you ask Kirk about that thing that you had a double of
What
today?
thing?
If he
A
wanted
thing? A double
Oh
of a thing?
yeah. So I got a double of the first appearance of Thundra. Do you need a copy?
Fantastic Four.
My copy is up there.
You have Thundra? You
Yeah.
shithead.
Everyone has Thundra.
Everyone has them. I just got
yeah.
mine, so
I just
Like,
upgraded.
it's been a new experience for me. and I'm
I
really
guess my
excited about
shop,
it.
I'll just give it back to them. The
Brent,
crappy
do you
copy.
need a first Thundra?
Brent.
What? No, I'm good. I'm good. I mean, I
Oh my god,
I-
you really can't even
Good
give
on
this away.
Thundra? What the hell?
well, no, I don't have enough room for everything. I got to keep it Carol focused. And
Yeah,
with a
I
few
bet you would
distractions.
have room if it
You
was
don't have enough room. You don't have enough room.
I put everything that I have is literally on. Well, I mean, aside from the long, but I know. Okay, fine, good point. But like, by the way, do you guys like Art Adams?
I
Yeah, I
love
love
art.
it.
Yeah,
When we're done, I got one more thing to show you.
Okay. Braggart.
Right, then I better go through my crap really quickly.
Nobody exists on purpose. Nobody belongs anywhere. Everybody's gonna die. Come watch TV. Wow, hey, look, you guys, the sun's rising.
Oh, howdy, folks.
No way.
I got a lot of comic books today. This is everything. Although I put away most of the stuff that I got when we were showing stuff over on Lady's Show. So let's start with the smallest stack. Here are the independents. I am quitting, totally quitting Berserker. Berserker is going to be going to Rufo. I hope he likes Keanu Reeves. If he doesn't, I know his daughters will. King Spawn. So I met this lady and her wife. They wound up getting me all these great comic books over about a week ago. So since they're selling books, I'm going to try and get rid of all of my Spawn. It will wind up opening up a lot of room here for better books. That, and I've read 3 Spawn comics in my life.
I've read number 19 and 13. That's it.
I've read none.
Some of you are better than me because I don't even
9.
remember what I read. I read the one with 9 that was written by Alan Moore. I remember that one.
That's the first one I ever got.
I never got into Spawn, and I'm in the demo too. I just missed that boat.
It's something I don't even think many people are missing much of there. So I'm okay getting rid of it. Even if I have the first appearance of frickin' Gunslinger Spawn, it's just not my bag.
Yeah. I told myself I would at least read the first.
Oh man, I forgot to get
nice.
that. And my thing had it. Shit.
It's Chip Zdarsky. Anything that's
I
written by
know.
Chip.
I got number 1. It was at the top shelf and I can't reach.
No way.
I'm a midget.
You gotta tell somebody to bring you a chair. Like, can you give me a picture?
Yeah, go get Magic Johnson to say, hey, go get me that comic down there.
I get distracted.
So do I. It's like squirrel,
Yep.
squirrel.
looking around.
One of these is an Eastman cover. This Eastman
That
cover
one.
is my
a big
favorite
deal.
that he's done
That is
in a long
great.
time.
That's like it's
That's a great
super 80s. I love it.
Yeah.
So
That's
80s.
amazing.
Super
This is
hot.
the cover A.
Stop me,
Yeah,
Steve.
they're
is
both
okay.
good. They both are gorgeous.
When
But
does the
that
new
cover
Last
beat by
Ronin
DC.
come out?
All right. So DC Comics had a lot this week. Ooh, let's move that out of the way. We have Batgirls issue number 1. Let's change the camera.
Did it have a variant? Because
It
I
had multiple variants.
only saw the A cover at my place.
So this is the A cover that came out.
That's the only one my place had.
Now, this is one of the B's. This is, I think, the D cover.
I could see how my place might not have it.
This is the B cover.
It's gorgeous. That was a nice one.
Yeah, they would have if they may have sold out.
Yeah. There were a ton of covers for this. This is Batman Adventure Continues number 7.
Oh yeah, that's on the pool.
Hmm.
That one should be concluding soon, since this is
It's gonna be
season
great.
2.
Yeah.
Here is Batman, the Urban Legends number 10. That continues the adventure of Tim Drake as he's going on his bisexual adventure, learning about himself through another character. Here is the first appearance of Future State Joker in Future State Gotham. They did not produce a Rose Besh B cover. It's the only reason why I've been getting these B covers, because it's affordable Rose Besh, not Rose Besh, but okay.
Who's writing Batgirls?
Batgirls is Stephanie Robinson, I think. Let me see. Becky Cloonan. And we have I Am Batman. This one I'll probably be dropping if it doesn't go past 6.
Drop all the Batman.
I should. I'm dropping Joker if Tynion's not writing it anymore. Robin and Batman, I've been hearing great stuff by Lemire. I know I've been saying I'm not going to be getting any more Batman, but gorgeous art by Dustin Mugen, so of course I'm getting it. And it's only 3 issues. Why not? I will be dropping this after issue 12 just because it doesn't really feel like it's going anywhere. We're on issue, 9? We still really don't know who Red X is. 'Tis the Season. Great little cover, so I'm sure some of these will have some fun little stories inside.
Oh, look, David Nakayama did a DC.
David's great.
Love this cover.
Dude, I'm a fangirl.
Rightly so.
I love some of
a
the
great
things he
cover.
does.
We got Wonder Girl, issue number, 6?
I love Wonder Girl so much.
Here's the B cover, because I've mostly been getting Bs, but there was the
Lord.
first cover.
Yeah, that cover is just mwah.
I know both of those are in my pull box waiting for me, so now I need to go because I must acquire them immediately.
Acquired.
Fair. Wonder Woman, issue 762? 782, my bad. So this is the A cover because it is a Terry Dodson. So this one is like a B cover.
Shout out to the story in the back. It's illustrated by Skylar as well.
Oh, nice. And here we have the B cover.
Beautiful.
God, bite my fist on that one.
So those are the DC. And now we're in for the Marvel. I got a few back issues. A few. All right. So we'll start with Amazing Spider-Man number 81, where they served Miles Morales some papers saying you can't be Spider-Man anymore. So now he's going to fight Ben going, you're not the real Spider-Man. You're not the boss of me, Dad.
Did a new Miles come out today?
Yes, it did.
God damn it. Miles
This
CS
is
was out of that too. Sorry. I'm sorry.
No, it's all good. They've been putting out these villain covers, and I've been picking up every one of them just in case. Because, hey, look what happened with frickin' Spider-Gwen. Defenders, issue 4.
I saw that.
And Eternals number 8.
Room? What's that?
9 was written by Gaiman, yeah. Now, here we have a few of the back issues. Fantastic Four, number 54, the third appearance of frickin' Black Panther.
Mommy like.
So crazy. I want that.
Issue 84, it's a Doctor Doom cover.
It's a great
That's
cover.
poppin'.
Doom! Of course, he has to be shadowing over everybody.
Issue 129, my
Yours is
upgraded copy.
Better, a
You're
better
a
copy
turd.
than mine.
Yeah, he's got the
Mine
nicest
has a
one.
rip down
You can
here,
grab mine.
this big, a rip up here about this big. So yeah, I upgraded. It was
Mine's
30
about a
bucks.
4.0.
Yeah, the other one's like a 3.5 at best. At least it's firmly attached to the staples. That's about the best I can say about it. But I did pick up a Hawkeye 1
Yeah.
How?
because he had multiple copies.
Nice.
Yeah, you can
No
still
way.
find them pretty easy.
What did he charge you?
$30.
That's
Yeah.
FMB.
It's worth it to me.
Yeah.
Hulk
Ooh,
2 regular cover where Hulk is or Bruce Banner is piloting the Hulk like Evangelion, I guess. Here
Hope it
is
doesn't
a
end like that.
fucking
Oh,
great
man.
That is a great one.
Turd. That's Alex
Hulk
Ross.
as the Kingpin.
Isn't it?
Who
Yeah, I need that
Yeah.
in my life.
I heard this guy is in an episode of a Marvel TV show. The Hulk. Here's that Miles Morales
Man.
cover A with that awful new suit. Sorry, hate it.
I just need to
But I
get
love this suit.
Oh.
Ultron?
Ultron, baby.
What?
Then we got Strange Academy, where in this issue, everything changes. Why? They advance the story by 10 years. That means adult versions of all the characters, so I am curious to find out what happens. I thought that this was an Art Adams, not Art Adams. It's no.
Now. Who there?
I will look to find if there is an Art Adams, but
I don't know, man.
don't
Hey, what's up, art chemist?
This was a mail call.
Dude, that's
You,
That's gorgeous.
my dream.
liquid hot lava.
That's like my top 10 books that I'm trying to get.
I have so few tales to astonish, but I am so glad this is
I'm
one
working
of them.
on tales.
Marie Severin, for those that are not familiar, Marie Severin, one of the great unsung female artists of Marvel in the 60s, 70s, and even 80s, and a little even into the 90s.
Oh, that's a great cover.
Taskmaster cover of an issue 2 version.
Oh,
Although I
thank
love
goodness.
ladies. Look at ladies.
Dang.
Thank you guys for
Yeah.
getting Thing, regardless of context, because Tom Riley is a friend of mine.
Well, I mean, I'm
Tell
just
him.
saying, I'm kind of a fan.
Oh my
About
god.
that.
He's a huge Thing fan.
Yeah.
So for the next issue of The Thing, make sure to pick up cover A and B, because the B is amazing, but cover A, The Thing has a rematch with the champion.
Yeah, I can't wait to watch.
I
read
saw that cover, and I still got the Eastman.
Yeah,
That's
I need to go inside my shop because I have my pull already. Whoa.
Because I'm working on a full
run.
run. I recently, from Jen over at 3JS Hidden Vintage Treasures, you can find her over on Instagram.
I've got some doubles if you're working on West Coast.
I have now 1 through 20. I am looking on eBay at a 21 through 40. And then I have most of those 40s, 50s, the ones that blew up. But then like from the 60s to the end, I don't have almost any of them except for that War Machine issue.
Well,
I don't have that one.
doubles. I've got doubles above 60.
Awesome. I could use them all.
Okay.
I know. They're ending this, or at least I'm ending this.
Is that
Kind of
Wolverine
like
or is that
Excalibur.
X-Force?
X-Force. They are ending it, yeah.
X-Force. Oh, thank
I
God.
had to drop a lot of those X-Men titles.
I'm dropping this. Jen is going to be getting most
Yeah.
all of my X-Men spin-off titles minus Marauders and regular
Jen?
X-Men
You're sending
titles.
it to Jen?
Well, Jen's getting me all these other things. But
Oh,
what do you
she's
want?
the. Oh, okay. Sorry. I thought you meant Karmic's for Break Your Heart, Jennifer.
No. This is the Jen
The one that
does-
has the. Yeah, got you. That you just got that huge, massive.
Yeah. Now we're on the same page. It's a way to thin out the herd because I don't need an X-Men
Kitty.
gold. I will be keeping the X-Men blue just because Art Adams covers. What am
I
I
kind of
looking
wanted
at?
to read like the blues, the red, the black, all those, but I think I'm gonna read them in trade. I've been collecting them all.
Black is
Although-
good. Red is good because it's Tom Taylor. But gold went nowhere. It's, hey, we're going to have a wedding between Colossus and Kitty. It never happened. And
remember.
instead they went, oh, well, since
I
they're
thought
not getting
Red was
married,
the best.
Red was the best.
I need to buy the trades for sure.
The only highlight that happens in gold, I mean, aside from the racist from the first issue, was the wedding of Gambit and Rogue. That is it. And that kind of got retconned with Hickman.
Oh, Hickman, I love you, but what's
Hats
going
off
on?
for Hickman.
What's going on?
But that has been another episode of Not Near Mint. I want to give our fine guest the last word. You both have Kickstarters. We want to make sure that the people are aware. It is in the description below. If you're just tuning in right now, rewatch the episode. Brent is running to go get some Carol at the
Yeah, some
moment.
sort of Carol, likely.
Something.
And now that they are back, Carol.
Yep.
Art Adams, Captain Marvel, 2014. So homage to the #1. So I thought you guys might like it.
That's beautiful.
Oh, damn it. I shouldn't have said anything.
Yep.
Michael's
gonna
over here.
get you.
"Ah."
No.
This is why if you have a YouTube show and you're trying to collect certain things, it's okay to tell people information. Just don't tell the information of the same thing you're looking for everybody else.
That's what I do.
So, Lady Fantastic, is there anything coming up on your channel? Otherwise, the Southern Comic Geek doing the I'm seeing the shake of the head there. You got anything coming up, lady?
Nah. I'm just gonna be showing stuff with you this weekend, either Friday or Saturday, as we see fit. I may, have to talk to Southern. No, I think I think last Saturday was the last show of the year for him. So, but in the new year, I'll be around on his channel. I just thank you guys so much for coming, and I really thankful got to meet you and hear about this collaborative, awesome project that you're doing. And like you said, 36 hours and you're halfway there. So wow, tip of the cap to you guys, and best of luck.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And thank you for indulging our goofiness, or at least my
Thanks for
goofiness.
having us.
We're all goofy. We're all a
exactly.
little nut.
We're all some geeks.
I appreciate the opportunity to talk with y'all. It's been real fun. I love your videos that you have, your cutscenes.
They're wonderful.
Your cutscenes are great.
So, Ace, is there anything coming up on your channel? Anything coming up over on Twitter? I know that you just rejoined us.
My channel no longer exists for reasons.
Got it.
But I'll be on Twitter educating people about queer stuff and Jewish stuff and all that jazz if you want to read it. And I might actually educate you in the history of all of that jazz, because that's the type of person I am. Outside of that, I will be posting some pictures of Michele Gomez, as always. And that's about it.
I love Michele Gomez for so many reasons.
I support this.
Most of them is because it looks like she could kill me, and I like that.
Exactly.
I love that in a woman also.
We're all on the same page.
Do you
But
think
we all have
Helen
a
Mirren
type.
will kill you?
Look at that.
Comics on the Mind, you got anything coming up over at your channel?
Not that I can think of. Maybe tomorrow. I don't know. I have to check in with Todd to see if we're doing a show tomorrow. But besides
Why don't
that,
you try and come on with us and show books if you get your
Yeah.
stuff from the shop on Friday?
yeah, I can do that.
Come on.
I was working last week, so I wasn't able to hop on. But
That's okay.
I'll take off early.
We just talked
Okay.
mad shit about you the whole
I mean, I just assume as soon as I close this laptop, like everybody just talks mad.
and we
shit
were like,
about
this motherfucker.
This son of a bitch.
that motherfucker.
Him and his stupid fucking bicycle.
Always riding in the streets.
Why does he like the thing? Yeah,
Now let's see if you can defend yourself, you sweat from a baboon's balls.
Love it.
So this has been another episode of Not Near Mint. The shop that I go to, his name is Miami Fresh Comics, and I'm trying to find that little graphic here for that. But he winds up doing a show every Thursday around 7:30, 8:30. This is where I get my comic books. So go and support John. Tell John Freshly that Rob Worth says hi. And get some cool shit, because he has really cool shit. I can attest. I buy a lot of it. So otherwise, we will be back next week. Same time, same channel, 10 p.m. Eastern. And next week will be the best comic book storylines of 2021. The week afterwards, we're going to be doing the best comic book pickups of the year. Thank you all for joining us, replay viewers, as well as my favorites, our live viewers. We will see you next week. Love ya. Good night.
Love y'all, peeps.
Till then. Bye.
Thanks for tuning in. If you want to see this episode again, along with a catalog of back episodes and issues, surf on over to Not Near Mint on YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram. Subscribe and hit that bell for notifications. Rob Worst, Lady Fantastic, Miracle Man, Comics on the Mind, Ace, and Whack Comics will be back next week. New Comic Book Wednesday, 10 p.m. Eastern Time on Not Near Mint. And remember,